you heard me. I said, hello, everyone! That's appropriate response. It should hurt. It should hurt, or I don't feel like you're doing your job. And we're not getting the full Black Butler panel experience if our ears aren't ringing at the end of it. So I'll hold you to that. Actually, don't, please. God almighty, don't. Anyway, hi, everyone, again. This is the Black Butler, Voices of Black Butler panel, whatever it's called. Oh, you look really good in those. I'm sorry, is this woman not gorgeous? There we go. Alright, okay, I'm gonna do the douche line, okay? Hey, baby. Do you have a needle and thread? That's a shame. Because I'm ripped. All these not working out, so I can get away with saying things like that. Or like, hey, do you have the number of a good vet? Like 24-hour vet? Really? Good, because these pythons are thick. I need to get like 5 or 6 more, because I just use those 2 all the time. Okay, so this is a Black Butler, Voices of Black Butler Q&A. And we're going to introduce ourselves here in a moment. Before we get started, how this works is it's a Q&A, which means question and answers, right? So you provide a Q, we provide a... Everything sounds dirty when Monica just goes, so here's the thing. I'm sure many of you have stalked us on YouTube and seen the YouTube videos of us answering various Black Butler questions. What we will do in a few moments after we've introduced ourselves is ask you for a show of hands of anyone that's got a question. If you have a question, we will pick on you at random to stand up. When you do, kindly project. It's a rather big room, and so everyone can hear you, and certainly so we can hear you. Project your question. Now, rules about questions. If you have seen any of us answer the same question on a YouTube video, find another question to ask, please. Not because I think your question is stupid. I think it's stupid. But because it keeps things fresh and fun, and you know, hey, we're up here, we're on our toes for you people, so we're gonna make you dance too. You have to think, what else did we say? Okay, do not ask any of us to call your friend. Because there's just that nothing halts a panel like, yeah, excuse me, hang on. It's ringing. Goes on forever. So let's not do that. This is not the time or place for it. Please, nothing that involves us coming to you down there or you coming up to us. Let's keep this nice division where we can see you. Monica! Let's see, what did we say? What are the basic ones that everyone asks for? So we should just go ahead and get these out of the way now.
Michael Tatum will now propose to all of you.
All the girls, stand up. Stand up, stand up. Who else? Who else wants Blake Bassey to propose to them? Seals.
I don't care. I want to propose.
Alright, good. I'm just gonna get this all out of the way now. So you don't have to bother raising your hand for like 10 minutes, okay? Okay, you ready? You ready? You ready? Would you make me the happiest butler on earth and marry me? It's not the big button. So, what else? Oh yes, let me just do the 2 lines. Or think you should do this line, same line? There's the 2 lines there's well, if I couldn't do this much for my butler, what sort of butler would I be? Or this much for my young master. Oh, I screwed it up! Sorry, I'll go. I totally ran over someone in the hallway just now. She was eating pizza. She looks at me with these eyes I can just kill. I am so sorry. This is going to be a really funny story in 2 seconds. She did not look like she could be wrestled with for that pizza. She already wanted to kill me because of the door. So imagine if she's out there eating pizza, some strange man just butts her with the door, goes back in, and all she hears is raucous laughter. I'm sorry, I love you, enjoy your pizza, you should be in here. line. Oh, yes, yes. What if I couldn't do this much with my young master? What sort of butler would I be? Oh, and then well, after all, I'm simply one hell of a butler. And, yes. So don't ask me to say it again. No, I'm kidding. Please don't. We just like new. We like new questions. We like new questions. If you want to hear me say those lines, or any of us say lines at your favorite lines, watch the show.
I love random questions personally.
Yes, we love random, ridiculous questions, especially questions we can all riff on. And when I say all, I mean a question for all of us, is what we prefer. So, having said that, anything else we want to add to the rule list before we get started?
Yes. Beep, beep, beep.
Ding! How awesome is that you just have to go beep, beep, when we automatically call them? Oh, we got this, we got this.
Pavlov's done.
Because we could have all just done different lines right then, and it would have been chaos. All right, so I think we'll take turns picking questions. Right? Well, it's easy. You just point at someone and they get up and they say their thing. It's the least hard thing we have to do, I think. I'll take your turn first. Whatever. No. Okay. So what? Does anyone? No, they can stand up and project, right? Everyone can project, right? We're all friends here. Excellent. Now, show of hands. Who's got a good, random, fun question we can all riff on? Ian, why don't you pick?
That's a big pause, so I'm gonna go.
Oh, yes, your paws are so soft. I do that, but I do not kitties. All right.
Okay, so my question is, what did all three of you think of season 2? And if you could write a third season to Black Butler, what would you include?
That's a good question. Now that's exactly what we're talking about. Take notes.
Let's do the first part first. I loved second season. I thought it was awesome, and the everybody in the cast stepped it up extra awesome, and were unbelievable. And I some of the most fun I've ever had working with boys. And on some of my most proud stuff, like the stuff that we did in the OVAs, like the making of Black Butler 2 is one of my favorite things.
I love season 2. I think a lot of people were originally like, but I guess originally I could understand where that comes from. But once I watched the second season and thought, oh my God, this is brilliant, because the character dynamic changes somewhat. And my favorite thing about season 2, well, if I had to pick a favorite, there's two things. One, I love Claude. I love Claude as an episode. Because you get some Butler on Butler action going on there. Volunteering is a very good thing. But what I liked about it, and I've answered this question before, when approaching the role of Sebastian in season 1, it's a very interesting and difficult challenge because, in my mind at least, Sebastian is a demon, so the traits about him that appear human, the things that we as an audience warm up to, he's charming, he's sexy, he always knows just the right thing to do and say, all of that is a mask he is wearing because he's a demon and it's dinner time. And so what's behind that mask, I think, is impossible we could conjecture on it all day, because I think he's a demon, he's like a force of nature. Whatever's behind that mask, I think, would not even strike us as being human. So all the things about him that make him seem human are a lie. So we can feast on this little boy's soul. No. What do you mean, ew? Have you watched the show? I heard somebody go, ew! No. But the second season, I thought, really approached this. What I began sensing from the way they were writing it and the way it was, everything about it, and it was brought out by this wonderful relationship between Claude and Sebastian, where you see him, he's got an enemy that's more or less his equal now, and that's kind of crazy, and what does that bring out in his relationship to CL? Clearly he has become something different than just a demon with a contract, because I think I think the mask and whatever's underneath the mask in season 2 begins to fuse, so he's become something new. So whereas in season 1 I've told you, people, oh, do you think he really likes Theo or loves him? I'm like, no, he's just hungry. It's an act, it's camouflage. But in season 2, Season 2, there's definitely something there. And I love that. I love that it plays out like that. So I love season 2 for that reason. As an actor, it's fun to watch your characters grow.
Like when Claude was like, he's such a fine soul, and you like...
She's like,
he got so mad because I won't tell him things that are coming up, and when he heard that,
I was like, I got into character. And he will tell you, I'm in character the entire time we do this. If it's the 8-hour day, I'm Sebastian. And so Claude would do things, and I'm like, you little bastard. I can't work like this, Ian. I can't work like this. Yeah, it was great. So, sorry. What do you think? What do you think about season 2?
I like season 2. Season 2. But this segues into the next question, which was season 3 to season 3, what would you do?
What would you do?
Servants all the time! I just think it'd be fun to have, like, us, and then have you guys pop in.
And then like Sebastian's like in the background like destroying things all
He
around.
just ruins everything he touches because he's such a freaking klutz, you know?
He's insane, he's going to be
And then we'll take his glasses off and he'll have a different voice too.
That's one of my favourite things about my ring. So could you show them the difference using your glasses?
Yes, so when I have my glasses on, this is what I sound like this, and teens. I sound like this, and it's kind of ridiculous. But then when I take them off, I sound like...
I'm a sniper. I'm a proper British sniper. It's nice to meet you. What time do you put my glasses back on?
right now, and this is what I sound
It's a hilarious like bit, but it is that choice we rooted it is such a true thing. It's because when she finds the glasses, when she finally becomes a servant, she's like, I don't, and then like she put it on, and I still remember your noise. She's like, Season 3. What's going on?
Season 3, I don't know.
Think about how it ended. What? That's a season 3 kind of. Is the tentacles of them?
Season of the tentacle. I don't like Where's this going? I don't know. I mean, the thing about where they left off in season 2, they could literally go anywhere with it. But I mean, it would kind of become this weird. I'd like to see them. I don't know. I would like to see the relationship explored more now that they are more or less equals. Oh yeah, by the way, if you haven't seen season 2 and we're spoiling things for you, sucks to be you. You should buy it. You should buy them. You should be honest. You should be honest.
I think you're absolutely right. The season is going to be about, I mean, if they make it. And trust me, we are such big fans that we want to know if they're going to make more as much as y'all do. But the way that they left it off, it's going to be about how do they deal with what you want to say.
I just had a brilliant thought. It's a brilliant thought. Correct me if I'm wrong. I want them to go to Paris.
I could see that.
When I was in Paris, I saw a giant Black Butler cutout while I was there. I was walking down the street and I was like, shut up, it's Sebastian!
Oh my God. Oh, great. I can never go to Paris again because of Italia. Did you improvise a scene where France is asking Sebastian to be his butler? Without even thinking about oh my God, you're so sexy. Do you want to come up for me? No.
It's going to be about how do you deal with the fact that you have a butler eternally serving a demon, and because you can never eat a soul, so how are they going to navigate that? And I think it's going to be interesting watching, does CL need, because he has to eat at some point, so is the young master going to be the butler for somebody else? Ooh, I know, or are they going to go into some demon demon world and like.
Because I think Sebastian would have to sort of train him in the ways of being a demon because he's not his demon.
Yeah, that's the entire series, right? Man?
That's oh my god.
I'm an A.
Thank you. That was a really good question to start off with. I guess I'll pick one. Who's got questions? Who's got questions? The Honey Senpai right there on the road. Yay!
What was your favorite part about recording season 1?
The paycheck. And don't get me wrong, that was the nice part. I'll start this off because I have a kind of blanket answer for this. I'm never terribly good with the favorites question. It's a good question, and I appreciate that you ask it, but when you're working on a show like Black Butler in particular, which, by the way, going into it, no pressure on us actors and us directors and the writers and stuff, but we knew full well how intensely loyal the fan base was, and how huge. Which going into it, like, oh my god, we're going to try to be breathing life into these characters that the audience already has a profound relationship with, and so your work's cut out for you. But when you get there and you start recording and you start having so much fun on a show like that, every second you're working on it becomes your favorite. And there was not a day when I was there and Ian and I were not giddy as schoolgirls, being like, oh my god, it takes. But if I had to at gunpoint say, pick a favorite moment, my favorite moment was recording. Thank you for stealing my thunder, the nun scene. Or who do not remember the nun scene, shame on you. But it's an interesting scene where Sebastian is interrogating a nun, who, as it turns out, not very good at being a nun. So much fun to work with because Ian is such a lively and intuitive director, and he knows how to have fun, and he comes to everything with a stage background, so he makes you feel like you're on stage blocking a scene every time. It's delightful working with this man. I love it. He's also a pain in the ass, but I say that with love. No, but during the scene, I'm shocked because I'm like, oh, there's Sebastian interrogating the hell out of this nun. And I forget what the line is exactly, but it's something very just throwaway line. Do you remember what it is?
Oh, I have one version of it in my head. Remember, we had to re-record it because we came up with something really dirty that was supposed to be a double entendre.
Yeah, we gotta say that one because that was the one we were like, oh wait, this is not me.
I don't remember what we changed it to, but yeah.
It was a throwaway line, right? But it's one line. It's one line, and the nun is there having a blast. And the nun was already recorded, by the way. Excuse me for a moment. Hey! We're trying to do a panel in here. So she's getting her revenge. No, so we do the scene, and the first line, Ian's like, he's like, oh, that's a good take, right? But it's a good take. It's missing something, he says to me, and I'm like, what on earth are you talking about? And Ian says, first of all, I have to set it up.
No, you go ahead and say what it is.
Oh, okay. I never got to tell the story with you actually in the room. Oh God, he's gonna fact check me. That's not what happens when you're a liar. So you understand, okay, Ian, I'm in the booth recording, and the microphone stand is here in front of me, and the script and monitor that we use. There's a door right about where Monica is, okay, and there's a window right about where her face is. Tiny little window, about just big enough for her to put her pretty face in. So you get the idea. And if I were to get off mic and look out this window, I could see Ian over there at the control panel with Kevin, the engineer, sitting next to him at his control panel doing their thing. I hear Ian through my headphones, and he can hear me through the mic. Because you're in a little whisper chamber, so you ideally can't hear it when the door is here, unless I'm on mic. Now, So Ian says, Morty. And it's just missing something. I'm like, what do you think it's missing, Mrs. Sinclair? I don't follow. It's like, I think it needs more movement. To which I respond, you don't want me to dirty dance for the microphone. The effect it will have on my voice, so it sounds like Sebastian is really interrogating this guy. Really, Ian? Really? And he's like, yeah, and I'm your director, so get cracking.
And by the way, y'all are welcome.
So I'm sitting there, standing there rather, and indeed, you know, Ian has just given me a direction, and I would go into battle with this man, so I'm ready to interrogate the microphone stand. And I do. And we come in for the take, and I'm moving, and the line comes out, and indeed, it does seem to affect my voice just the right pitch. It sounds really like Sebastian and his nun are just, you know, having a blast. And when it's done, I hear laughter. Ian's laughter, but not in my headphones. I mean, I hear it in my headphones, but it's not on mic laughter. It's not like, ha 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 ha. It's, ha ha ha. And I look in that bastard's face, it's right.
On either side of the booth, just...
I'm not gonna do it. No, don't do it. He was bracing himself.
These are very small recording rooms, okay? So I had to, like, do a sort of Spider-Man thing to make that.
The booth is shaking. I'm waiting until I can hear the engineer finish. I'm like,
That was my favorite moment.
Monica.
Well, now I'm flustered. Wondering why I didn't play that nun. Was our commentary, was that first season or second season?
First season.
God, that was fun. And you guys have been doing this for a hot second. So whenever we do commentary, sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's like, okay, what am I gonna talk about for 30 minutes? So it was fun when Ian came up with the idea, like, hey, what if we did a commentary? Well, it was you, me, and Jason, and we all got in the booth, and we did it in character. So we did an entire commentary as our characters stuck in this foreign booth with this crazy apparatus around and not knowing what was going on. And
this little box, I don't understand what's going on there.
Is that my soul? What am I doing?
Have any of y'all heard that commentary?
Yes.
Thank you for buying the DVD. Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorites, but I will say that I can't nail down a favorite because this show changed my life completely. But it did. I got to watch some of the most talented voice actors in the nation.
Oh my God, he means us.
I got to see them work, and I got to see what happens when they get bad direction and weird direction and how they deal with it. And watching these two, Monica's a machine. We used to call Monotronica was the name. Oh wow, I forgot about that. Because she would come in and she would get it on the first take every time, and that is very, very difficult. And watching how she made choices that were hilarious. One of my favorite Monica moments by far is she's running to go and find Sebastian and everybody far away, and you just hear, Sebastian! That's cool. But then there's the running, which any of us would just go, but she was, I lost it. But I was like, you can do that? Yeah. And I got to, and I've told him I shamelessly steal from him. I do it because I got to. I watch him and I'm like,
my dresser is gone. I don't have anymore. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Ian!
but I got to watch these people and I sat there staring, going, Because I was used to only using this range. I was like, how do you, I'm Jim, hello, I'm Sebastian. And then I just started, my rules and all that. And I learned so much, and everybody was great. And I was the guy who actually went and bought the art book and had everybody in the cast sign it like a yearbook at the end. Which other directors don't do, and I got a lot of, okay. I still have it, and it was like the notes that y'all wrote are gonna be sweet, but like it did, and that was the first thing I directed, and I was a Libby at that point. I was a terrible voice actor. I'd just been doing. I think she gave me the part because I could do accents, and because she didn't want to take somebody out of the like highly castable pool. Like it was this kind of no at that time.
You're awesome. You're an amazing voice actor.
Because I steal from you.
No.
But I do, but no,
I
and it's
respond to that. I'm like, thanks. No, you don't.
Oh, I remember Jason Douglas's Claude. I've used that in like I take out the accent. I've used that in chicken commercials. I've used that like there's Jason Douglas. And because if you just talk to him, it's not this like, hey, how's it going, man? Yeah.
God, no one else I know can do this. I can listen to you all day. Just do versions of us. It's the greatest form of flattery when you're in the booth and your director goes, oh my God, that's amazing. Because you don't hear it very often. I mean, all of us, we work at a very, very breakneck pace. And the directors, all of them, very good. But there's not a lot of gushing because it's a very, like, awesome, good, next take, let's awesome, good, next take. And Ian was this wonderful, he was new to the director's chair. But oh my God, his instinct was always dead on. But he had, I don't know, I guess you hadn't done it long enough to be cynical and bored with it. So you were like, it's like having a puppy. But a puppy with superpowers. Sure, it's adorable and it has puppy breath and it needs to sleep 18 hours a day, but it also just disarmed the world. That's Ian.
We love you. I became through this I'm probably a bigger fanboy than any of you. No, true story. I watched True Story. It's a little creepy and crazy. And I was also before everything got announced, I was the creepy dude who ran up to people in like Black Butler cosplay, being like, "Oh my God, you look so amazing! This is a great CL." And they go, "Okay, creepy old guy." Long hair and everything that looked homeless. That's awesome.
He was actor like a homeless phase when he was like not really homeless, but like he looked like he just stepped out of a Robin Williams movie.
I did, and it was because I've been an actor on stage and commercial stuff my whole life, and because of that, I've never had control over my hair or my beard, and so I was like, I'm a director now. But it was an amazing experience, and the second season for me, I still say, as I said a minute ago, the OVAs are some of my proudest, because everybody by that time was like, oh no, if we're gonna get any more episodes, these are gonna be the greatest things ever. And I
there was so much.
Oh, so good. Party train.
That, oh my God! When I finally saw that episode, and I realized, okay, who's the OVA, the Alice in Wonderland OVA, right? When Sebastian, see, I live one now. When Sebastian was sitting there in the silhouette, and he's like, blah, 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 second episode, blah, 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 shuts the book, and then, the whole cast in silhouette goes running by, and Sebastian turns around and follows them. The true story behind the take that you're hearing is that that's me just messing around in the booth, reading the lines, but he doesn't say anything after he closes the book and moves on behind them. So there's this whole weird, awkward silence. Then decided to fill it with oh, party train. And I was like, he's not going to keep that. And we didn't. I watched them when the episodes came out. I'm like, oh my God, he kept party train. All right, let's try my question. Pick a question.
She's got a dragon.
Moving on. Do you have a question? Oh God. Yes.
Yeah, all the time.
The voices that I've done, and at this point it's a lot. Not as many as this lovely lady. My God, you have millions of voices to your credit. I don't know how you keep them all straight. Yeah, what do you mean? It's whatever. It's great. It's brilliant. I'm a little psychotic, and I've never been able to completely get rid of the characters I've played. Once I've played them, they stay in my head, and they become like a permanent feature. Like they're there, and they come out at really inopportune times. Sometimes Sebastian is great. When Sebastian comes out, things get done. It's amazing. My favorite story of the voice coming out in public was I was in a hotel at a convention, as a matter of fact. The convention was over, and all the conventioners were going. The hotel had transformed back to a blah, normal, everyday hotel. All the color was drained out of it now, and I was there for another day, being fat. And I went up to the front desk for something, but I decided I'm gonna have more fun because I'm still in con mode. So I came up to the front desk and I talked to the woman behind the counter like this, and she was having none of it. Her first response was, "Oh my God, what is that coming out of your mouth? Stop! What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, and I'm playing it off like I'm a bit, befuddled and offended. I'm like, I'm sorry, is there some sort of problem? She's like, oh my God, what did I just say? Deborah, come here, Deborah. Say something, just say something. And I'm like, hello, Deborah, nice to meet you. She's like, no. See, if you were my boyfriend and you talked to anybody else like that, we would have problems. And I'm like, now I have to do this voice for the rest of the day. I'm like, by the way, my voice is really, whatever. So yeah, so.
I don't ever have to do voices in real life because this is my voice in real life.
It's gorgeous.
You're sweet.
No, it's iconic, for God's sake. No one in the world sounds like you. That's amazing.
Well. And what is her name? Jennifer Tilly? Who's that?
Who do we need to kill? Who do we need to kill? Kill her.
Ah, okay, well then yay.
Jennifer Tilly is Joe Swanson's wife, right?
Right.
Yeah,
She was the
she's
bride of
nice,
Chucky, that's all.
Yeah, she's way nice.
Oh, honey, you're so hotter than her.
You sound way better outside of your head than you do in your head, just so you know.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Actually, in my head, I sound like Holly Heaton.
Me too. I do weird voices all the time, but specifically with Black Butler, Bardroy is who goes to Renaissance festivals, not me.
This is true. I've been to a really good one. It was brilliant. Heyo, Pepsi.
We should totally do that next year. We should totally go in character. That would be hilarious.
Oh my God, yes. We're doing this. I have a pirate costume. Excuse the word in my French. Badass pirate costume. It weighs like 500 pounds.
So we gotta go to the one in the winter.
No. We can go to the one in 100 degree weather. I don't care. I will suffer.
It's heat stroke.
I look pretty. Oh my God, give me some mead now.
Lovely question, though. Next question. Yes, absolutely. Colossalcon. Very nice.
So during the episodes in which Drossel was, the only 3 episodes that Drossel was in, what did you think of the creepy character Drossel?
He creeped the crap out of you.
I hate Drossel.
Yeah.
I love Drossel. I hate Drossel. I have a thing about clowns. We have an understanding, clowns and I. If they are around, I will either run away or fight them. I have been kicked out of theme parks. True story. I've been kicked out of a theme park for beating up a clown that wouldn't stop stalking me.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Don't think you're gonna cure me by immersion therapy. I will kill you. I'm a big person, and I see a clown, and I'm like,
I thought I'd mess with him once, like when he turned away from the screen, I put a scary clown picture on there, and he turned back. He bugger, man, and just like, bang, he was like, no, and just left the room. And I love this man, we were very, friendly and close, and so
it's close to death.
I was, you know that feeling when you know your friend is mad, and you're like, oh, I did something wrong. he came back in and I go, I'm so sorry, I'm never gonna do that to you again. I am so sorry. It's real. Don't mess with him on it. Seriously, don't surprise him as a clown as like that story. No, he could knock you out. It's real. But you will, Drossel kind.
So Drossel, I mean, every time, like, the little trying my best to be like, oh, there he is again. Thank you. And he was very good. He's like, okay, there's another shot, and you're gonna hear a laugh. There's a creepy laugh. I'm like, oh my god, no. Hate it. Love it. Think it works beautifully in context. And Drossel is actually a wonderful, creepy creation that just works wonderfully well within the series. If I met Drossel in real life, I would burn him. Without a thought.
Were you in that arc?
I'm me.
Maid was also a crack shot with sniper.
Oh, I am Messiah. Mr. Butler, I love you.
I'm not a professional.
My thing was, and you'll back me on this, how long did we have London bridges?
Oh my god. London bridges falling down, falling down.
London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
Guys upon guys, and like, and you know when they're running up, he's running up the stairs, and it's like London bridges, and it's like
London Bridge.
And Sunny Street, that was the first time I met Sunny, and like I had to bury it and be like, "Criminals in my boot." But like the whole like his voice that he came up with is really pretty because it's just this really creepy. And I got these finger puppets. I thought to myself. But I liked him in the OVA, and when you got to hear Pluto be like, "We all go rock to the mountains!" And that was fun. So Pluto, we cast one of the directors, Zach Bolton, who rocks, and he was just like, yeah, I come in and and we do that. But he had no idea that one day he was gonna have to actually like do British. He's like, okay, and he did a great job, and he had no idea that was coming because he was like, hey, second season, you got lines, bro. okay, British, sure, yeah.
Alright, another question. Let's see, I guess my turn to pick now. You, my lord, in the second row. Yes, yeah.
I know that a lot of fans like to give you guys a present sometimes. What's like the weirdest or most awkward gift you've ever had to
Okay, I'll start because I have a story for this one. I prefer to tell this story because as far as weird things fans have given me, I have a very, very high threshold for weird. So maybe, so pictures, fan art, that sort of becomes more than art and something that suggests it doesn't bother me because I'm an adult and it's a picture. So what are you going to do, right? But I will tell this story because this is my favorite fan experience related to Black Butler that happened before the show was even out. And kindly forgive me for effect, I have to use the F-bomb when I tell this story, just once. So be ready for it, all of you, if you're offended. I'm really, really sorry. Earmuffs, okay? I was at a really, really large con to support the premiere of Italia, which is also a very high-pressure property where we're like, all of us are like, oh, we're gonna be there, we're gonna watch the first 10 episodes with 3,000 fans, and we're all going to die if they hate it. We are not getting out of this room alive. The same weekend that we're already there, being, oh, Italia, man, we hope it works. All of us have butterflies, all of us, the whole cast was, or most of us were there. We're all of us, man, this is crazy. We've never done something this big before. That same weekend, I get a call from the brand manager Funimation, who says, by the way, they just announced you as Sebastian. I'm like, oh, you have killed me! I'm at this huge 40,000 person strong event, and I'm like, if they hate the idea of me being Sebastian, I'm gonna die. Am I gonna die the Italian way or the Black Butler way? I'm not. Call all my friends. I love you. I'm never coming home. I love you. But there was a huge enthusiasm for it. But mind you, we'd only been just recording it, so nothing was out. No one had heard anything yet. Well, through my autograph line, the very last day of this con, which is like everyone comes, they call it like the cattle call autograph signing session, and it is. You're like, hey, what's up? Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, because people have been waiting all weekend. There was this one cute little girl, maybe 10 years old, if she was that. And she's tiny, she has her mom with her, and she has this Black Butler wall scroll, and she has a paint pen, and she has a little note pinned to the wall scroll with instructions on how I am to sign this and what she wants written. And she's got this tiny little voice like, hi, oh my god, I'm a big fan of yours, and yes, if you could just sign right here, that's how you spell my name, and I want you to say this, yes, my lord, blah, 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 and all this right here with this pen, you have to shake it up like, she was like instructing me. She was on point with this tiny little voice. And while I'm signing, I'm taking my time to spell everything out correctly and being really nice, because this is technically the first wall scroll I'm signing that's associated with the show, so I want it to be special. And she's like, oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm like the biggest Black Butler fan in the world, and you're like my favorite voice actor, so I knew you'd get Sebastian. I just knew it because, you're the perfect person for it, and I love this show so much, and I'm so glad that Funimation has it, and I'm so glad that you're playing Sebastian because it's my favorite show in the world, and you're like my favorite voice actor. Did I say you're my favorite voice actor? Because Sebastian's my favorite character. And you're my favorite voice actor, so my favorite character, my favorite voice actor. It's amazing, so you better not fuck it up. I stop and look up at her, and she's just staring back at me. I look up at her mom, because this little thing has just dropped the F-bomb, and I'm thinking, her mom is just standing there going, I'm like, okay, thank you, I hope you really like what we do. She went. And I don't think I did F it up, because she never came back through my line to kill me. It's been 3 years.
Maybe she was the one who sent you the death threat.
Oh, that's right.
This man got a death threat from Sebastian.
Nothing validates you like a death threat. If you piss someone off enough to get a death threat, you're doing something right. It's my viewpoint. But yeah, I got it was an email sent to my Facebook. And it was printed out, because I printed it out and framed it. It's 6 pages, double, single-spaced, no indentions.
Don't make another death threat just so they'll put it on the wall, okay?
No, don't. There have been
It's only the first.
It's only the first. I only want one. More than that, I feel like, it's too much. But yeah, I got a death threat. That was fun. Validation. Creepy fan moment?
I've been given a pair of men's underwear. I don't know why,
That was a gift.
I said men's underwear, sir. Nothing's...
Oh, zing!
Anyway,
I might make you breakfast in bed again.
I have had more guys, in between 13 and 15, ask me to sign their underwear strap than any, it's the most bizarre, okay.
Look at me. I hate you.
Oh, actually, I also saw when we were doing Black Butler, you had somebody send you something that was darn near alive because it had it was a perishable thing and it started growing. And you remember that? It was it was a weird
the preserves?
No, it was a weird hair ball thing, molded. It was hairy. It was the weirdest part about it.
That was an M&M's.
Animation where you and I were talking about it, he was telling me this horrible story or something. That's what it said. And so we were and cursing and laughing, and then this tour walks around the corner, and they're like, "This is Monica Rial, Michael Tatum." All of a sudden, we're like,
Hello, how are you?
But you have to have received some crazy stuff, I know.
Some pretty crazy stuff. would come up to me that were like my dad's age and be like,
You wanna come see my Gundam I built?
no sir, thank you. Thanks for that.
No, sir, no, thank you.
But lots of baked goods that were questionable. I had two guys drop trout in England when I was in England signing. They came up to me and they were like,
Will you sign anything?
I was like, I think, and then they just, I was like, oh!
Oh.
Look at me. I hate you. This never happens to me! Not once! That's a cute guy drop trout for me in an autograph. Just saying.
That does not mean today should be that day. I'm gonna be right next to you when this happens. Oh, God.
Oh, I was kidding! Oh my god! Clothes in the shower. Madam Butterfly's playing on the PA system out here. I just wanted to get back. What time do we have then? We have 10 minutes? 10 minutes, okay. So, pick another.
Can we do like a speed round?
Yeah, let's do a speed round. Just speed round. Yeah, speed round. Now, who does? Huh? Me? Oh God. You. I see. I think you're. Yes, you. Yellow dress. You're you. You're her. Trippy.
I was wondering, why do you think that CL needed Meg, Vinny, and Barber when he had the best Stephen Butler in hell?
I think they've been, well...
Lightning round.
He needs, oh no, I was gonna say, he needs a cook. No,
You know what? Oh, I know.
It's because if he can't be there, he needs to know that he's protected. And because it has nothing to do with, because he found a powerhouse, he found a sniper, and he found someone with great military expertise to protect the unborn. Boom.
And it's also about money. Back in those days, if you were moneyed, if you were from the lords and you only had one servant,
You gotta keep up appearances.
really? No, you don't have a scullery maid? Oh, so sorry. Better look.
And I don't think Sebastian wanted to prune the trees. Mary?
I'm sniping.
Next question. With the horns. Yes.
If you were part of the Shinigami dispatch system and you were Grim Reapers, what weapon would you have?
I understood nothing.
Grim Reaper, what kind of weapon would you reap with? And remember,
Oh,
they're
okay.
all generally gardening tools.
Gardening tools? Oh,
With a hoe!
that's all of us. You with the red coat there. Yes, you. Yes, that you. Yep.
Described was a conversation between Scotch and Miss Yell while Scotch was drunk.
Sebastian, what are you doing?
You called me here. What? Do you ring the bell? What?
You tell me.
You said we were going to go get Silva.
Go get the silver!
Chills every time. Pink hair there in the purple. Yes, you. Yay! Reach for the sky.
Well, for my friends, she wants you to do a quote at Butler worth his salt.
So say again.
From the second season, the quote from the Butler worth his salt.
Oh God. What was the quote? I can't remember.
There were a bunch of variants of it, yeah.
References, but it's the whole thing like, I think not with his sword. I can't remember.
He's a butler and he used his soul when he cooks.
My favorite moment between Claude and Sebastian is the very beginning when they first meet, and they're doing the whole dinner thing, and he's like, oh, there's a spot on the plate, and blah, 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 blah. He's like, oh, I'm terribly sorry. And they're being so catty with each other, as only butlers can be. And at some point, he's like, you flatter me. My favorite moment.
He said, I didn't, my apologies. I didn't realize a man who wouldn't take his coat off at the table would have such delicate sensibilities.
You flatter me. Which is just the Korean butler's way of saying, bitch, bitch.
Also, what was your favorite, like, if the Ox series, was the Ox series dubbed?
Was the what series?
The Ox series, like the CL in Wonderland and...
Yes, that's in
what was the most fun for you?
the making of Black Butler 2 is one of my favorite things I've ever done in my life. We got to there are differences in accents between the actors and their characters. I actually told that was the one I wanted to film or to record last, and I told every actor, everyone in this episode gets to have a bit that they are proud of. And we will come up with it. You can talk to me about it. And like Chris Ayers was like, I want to drop my voice for 2 seconds. And then we had like Jonathan Brooks like, Aberline, what does he actually sound like? Let's make him sound like this. I was like, that's hilarious. Let's go for it. And the small technicalities of that episode were just it's some of my favorite stuff. So if you haven't seen the making of Black Butler 2, it is by far one of my favorite moments in the series.
Good question, good question. You, Huntro.
What was your favorite outtake?
Sebastian's dirty limerick. Next would be you in the back.
Tatum, will you do your favorite Killia line with Sebastian?
My favorite Killia line is Sebastian?
God. Well, you can always pay me with your body. There's nothing to you.
We have time for one more question. Shall I pick? Do you want
Yes,
to
you
pick?
should.
Pick? Okay. Please don't be insulted if I don't pick you. I want to pick someone I haven't picked before. I see gloved hand right there with the red wig. Make it good.
If you were dropped into the Zelda game, and you had to serve Link, what would you do?
Be one hell of a butler.